Parlo is a popular Roblox commentary channel who found himself in a series of controversies that would make dreams shed a tear. Parlo has faced many allegations, criticisms, and many attacks from multiple channels in both the Roblox community and the commentary community, and it's all deserved. Parlo has done nothing but cause endless drama by being a sensitive flagger, complete irresponsible idiot, and much more. And today we will be exploring the many criticism and drama Parlo has faced over his time in YouTube, and conclude why he is a bumbling loser. Sit back and relax, homies. This is the decline of Parlo.
I was on the bus going home from school, so I didn't know what the hell happened to the video. All I knew was that it got taken down for a community guidelines violation. So when I got home, I went to go check what the reason was, and it was for a privacy complaint. So that's when I automatically knew it was Parlo, because usually he would take down a video with a privacy complaint.
While I was writing and producing this video, Parlo took to Twitter to call out a content creator who made a video that, at the time that Parlo called them out, the video had about 30 views. He took to Twitter to call this person out for stealing his very unique thumbnail design.
Deflect criticism by making it about his mental health. This is designed to shut down accountability and guilt you into silence and inaction.
So if you all remember, I've made a video on Parlo about a year ago where I shout on him for making mediocre content, being a soft boy bitch, and being a bit of a hypocrite. And after I dropped my video, a lot of things have happened. Namely, many more people made their own videos on Parlo, and surprisingly, one of the videos, made by Gone Fishing, actually used my video as a source.
Apparently Parlo allegedly likes to go around false striking people's videos either through privacy complaints, false privacy complaints, or false copyright strikes. Shout out to GXC is depressed for the footage here.
After I made my video on Parlo, he then joined my Discord server with his friends and started mauling at the fact that I made a video on him. And then he even went on to imply that he was going to get my channel terminated for cyberbullying harassment.
So yeah, another W for the Gax Empire. I think the most important thing to address here is the fact Parlo actually responded to all of the criticism being thrown at him. He even showed my video. But anyways, one of the points Parlo addressed was his striking of Grimsy's channel. You all remembered, I made a point in my Parlo video where I accused Parlo of trying to get Grimsy's channel terminated by having Jalen deliver the third and final strike. However, in Parlo's response, he admits that he didn't strike Grimsy's channel, but he did report his video.
Beef between me and Grimsy has been something that's lasted ever since early 2022 and peaked in the start of 2023 in January, when I made an off-brand and completely unneeded remark about a possibility of a serious situation transpiring regarding Grimsy back in high school, such as like revenge porn or something like that. This was made in a private VC in a group chat and was recorded and sent to Grimsy, and I completely understand Grimsy's anger when it comes to this situation and misinformation being spread about him. It was a pretty wild theoretical situation for me to consider given the small sliver of pre-existing knowledge I had about the situation, and I have apologized for saying that, and I walk back on the statement, and it was a totally disgusting thing to say, and I am sorry for it. Grimsy obviously pissed off that I made that comment, and blindsided by obviously justified anger at the time, made comments in his response video in which were also pretty unfounded and out of pocket, and I'll include a list of what he said. These were comments stating that I faked suicide and I suicide baited, or that I was some pedophile loving freak, or I should go back to the psych ward. Now, I reported this video, and I've always been upfront publicly that I did back in the release of this video in early January. You can literally check back at the report was made in early January.
But you know what? Fair enough, I guess. I mean, Grimsy was going way too far and was being a bit of an ass. Parlo was still being a snake bitch, as he does admit he was trying to get Grimsy deplatformed.
Months passed and Grimsy gets a strike all of a sudden, and he assumed that I did it, and another strike also followed pretty quickly, so he had two. If he gets a third, he's literally terminated. But keep in mind, I literally had nothing to do with the sending of these two strikes. However, what I apologize for and admit was bad is that I saw a opportunity for deplatformation with a possible third strike, and I remember what Jalen thought of Grimsy in the past and saw an occasion where Jalen could have sent a theoretical third strike. Once again, however, nothing came of it, and Jalen's moral code obviously went completely against, us doing that, and I was justifiably called out for that. It was a scummy action of mine using an occasion like this to try and do that, and to try and go after someone while they're vulnerable, and I quite quickly changed my mentality and I walked back on it and apologized yet again. I'm sorry for doing that.
So yeah, still a shitty thing to do despite your reasoning. Anyhow, in this response, Parlo said him and Grimsy cleared up all the bad blood, even advised Grimsy to private all of his content to avoid getting more strikes. So yeah, maybe Parlo is not much of a douche as I thought he was, right? Maybe this will be the beginning of his redemption arc, right? No. Parlo is still a douche and somehow has gotten even worse than last time. Let's talk about all the shitty things Parlo-san did, shall we? A year later, and Parlo still hasn't grew up hair yet. If you try to criticize or poke fun at Parlo in any other way, he will have a mental breakdown. Like, for example, Parlo made an entire Twitter thread where he calls out for someone for stealing his thumbnail style, even though these kind of thumbnails are common amongst brain rot creators like Parlo. So yeah, after Parlo posted this retarded ass tweet, many people commented on it saying he's overreacting and that the person didn't copy his thumbnail style, and of course Parlo, being Parlo, decided to act stubborn and a fucking cunt, because the man refuses to accept that he is wrong and that he's always right and his penis is bigger than Dave Chappelle. Another example of him being a massive pussy is when apparently Parlo sent his fans to spam a clown emoji at someone for simply putting him at the bottom of a tier list.
You are a sad, strange little man.
This man needs to go outside. Yet another example of this green blob having thin skin is when he decided to full strike one of my friends, Cyrix, with a privacy complaint because Cyrix showed his face, despite the fact Parlo made his face public in the first place. I will get to that soon. And Cyrix wasn't the only one either. If you dare show a picture of Parlo's already public face, then you will get flagged. This happened with many creators like Ace Needs Sleeps, Bloody Marshall, and many more. Listen, Parlo, I get you want to keep your face private, and I respect that. However though, you decided to post your face all over social media. Oh, but it was on a separate account. Okay, sure, that's an argument, but you still could have spoke with the creators of the videos to remove the section where they showed your face, instead of false flagging it like you're an entitled bitch. Like, bro, you seriously need a therapist at this point. And yet another example of Parlo being a wet, soggy vagina is when he had an entire meltdown over a user named Hush just replied to a tweet that was about Parlo and just simply said he is not like us. Yet for some reason that's beyond logic, Parlo twisted his nipples all over this and started sending hate towards Hush over a fucking tweet reply. This dude is fucking deranged. And mind you, this user just typed a reply where all it says is he's not like us. There was no indication that Plush was accusing Parlo of being a kid's lover. They just said a meme. Parlo went into a tantrum like a goddamn 10-year-old losing a game of Fortnite. This dude is a sensitive fucking loser and I have no sympathy for him whatsoever. Also, before a Parlo fan, just comment down below saying, hey, but Parlo made a response apologizing to Plush and blah 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 blah. Anyways, let's move on to the next section, shall we? So, after I dropped my video on Parlo, I ended up stumbling upon a rabbit hole that's so deep, it would probably require me a pair of flashlights and a massive bag of steroids just to navigate through. And that's not even enough. I'm sure all of you know about this situation, but just in case some of you don't, let me give you a bit of a summary. So after Parlo turned 18, he made a separate account called Cami Fanboy, or just Cami. And in that account, Parlo would post basically softcore porn of himself. It wasn't like fully on naked pictures or anything like that. It was just Parlo dressed up in a fanboy clothing, making extremely suggestive poses and posting it online. Now, I would show examples of those photos, but I can't because A, I'm not a sick fuck, and B, if I dare to show even 1 inch of this fucker's face, I will get butt raped by a private complaint. Because you see, even though Parlo himself made his face public, he, for some reason, doesn't like anyone to use it and would false flag anybody who dares show it. Even though, once again, this green blob idiot made his face up. Anyways, after making his Cami persona, Parlo then would form a Discord server called Homotopia, which apparently was 15 plus or 16 plus, which is a definite red flag considering the fact that there were allegedly NSFW images being posted in the fucking server, as well as users posting inappropriate photos of themselves there. And since Parlo's fans are 99.9% children, it made Parlo look like he was becoming the next Epstein. A lot of people have made many videos on this topic, covering it in depth, and criticized Parlo for this ridiculous retarded decision, and Parlo himself has made a response to this situation and even made a 24-page document defending himself. Now, I have skimmed through most of the document, and after overlooking all the facts of the situation, I can confidently say that Parlo isn't a pedo or a creep like people try to claim. He's just a dumb block idiot. That's it, really. If you want to read the document for yourself or just watch Parlo's video, I will happily link it down below in the description. With that being said, let's talk about something more juicier and more demanding than Parlo's booty cheeks. You see, the joke is that he's a sexist femboy. I'm not sure if you beautiful mutations remember this, but about a while back ago, a certain clip of our favorite green ew fanboy was going around. The clip in question was a call between Parlo, Amos, and many other people were in it. Parlo basically admits to suicide baiting.
Let me fucking say this earth-shattering thing, okay? Although it was not my intention to fucking suicide bait objectively, by definition, it's technically suicide baiting, but it was not my intention.
Oh, we can see it's a 24 hours.
Ooh, that is not a good look for Mr. Parlo at all. It's actually a very bad look. And there have been many instances of Parlo, suicide baiting, and I would like to show you right now, but because I am fucking lazy as hell, I am instead going to pass the microphone to our favorite fanboy Mexican, Aphex. Take it away, Aphex. Now, if you excuse me, I have a woman to beat to death.
Hey guys, so a few days ago, I was just watching Netflix and out of nowhere, JXC and his Taliban crew kidnapped me and are currently holding me hostage in a unmarked location. And JXC is holding me by point right now. Anyway, so I've been told to talk about Parlo suicide baiting, so about a year ago, the green femboy threatened suicide on live stream in front of thousands of children watching, all because his videos were performing badly.
Oh my god.
He wants to kill in front of 1,000 children on live stream because his YouTube videos aren't doing well.
No, it's just not what's happening. Like, you're taking the fucking piss out of it right now.
Bro, you
Okay,
literally
you
just said
threat. That's literally what you said.
And first of all, you're saying it's a threat. It's not a threat. Second of all, you're construing it to
It's not
something
a
that
threat,
wasn't
so you're
even the
saying this
reason
is
why
something
I'm
that you're
doing it.
1,000% going to do.
Oh, I absolutely am the way things are going. That's not a fucking threat.
You know what's weird about this is that he made a whole ass video responding to the drama, pretty much saying, I am gay, I'm depressed, I'm sad, my channel's dying, I'm how bad, I'm gay, I'm depressed, I'm fat, and repeat. But weirdly enough, this motherfucker never responded to him suicide baiting in his response video, which definitely makes me think that him suicide baiting on stream and saying that his mental health is supposedly horrible is just all for attention, and no one shouldn't take him seriously. This man is the literal definition of a fucking lolcow. Sure, people in the Roblox community may take him seriously, but that's because most of the Roblox fanbase are made up of little kids or special adults or just like him. But outside of his little circle jerk, everyone sees him as a total joke. Like, come on, dude, this is the same motherfucker that be spurting out about Pyrocynical 24/7 on Twitter about the same shit that was exposed about him 5 years ago. Also, another thing, around the time when he baited, he went on Twitter and deflected onto me. Like if I was the one who told him, hey Parlo, on stream to a bunch of children that are watching, fucker, that was on you. I'm not sorry that I live rent-free in your head. Anyway, to conclude this, I believe every time when Parlo goes on Twitter talking about his mental health or saying he's gonna kill himself, I suggest we should just ignore him and not give him any attention. That's what he wants. Anyway, this has been it for me. Thank you, GXC, for letting me on the video. If you enjoyed my part, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I will now bring it back over to GXC.
I'm a G-Pod. I like penis in my mouth, yeah.
So yeah, that's all for today's video. I wanted to bring up more stuff, but I unfortunately couldn't because A, I was worried this video might be too long, and B, I didn't want to ruin the video structure and just make it feel overstuffed and bloated. So I just, dumb it down a bit. But if this video does well, who knows? Maybe I'll make another part, bring up the newer stuff about Parlo, and just shit on him more because, well, it's the only thing that gets me views now. I learned my lesson the hard way. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. And if you are a new viewer here who somehow enjoyed this video, then make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on that bell just in case you can be notified every time I upload a shitty video. Hope you guys are having a great day, night, whatever the hell time zone you're in. I'll see you guys next time. Oh, also, if Parlo is watching this video, then I just have one thing to tell you. If you can send me some of those fanboy photos, cause not gonna lie bro, my wee has been dried for like 6 months now. I could really use a good hard on. See ya!